the Federation of Free Planetary Worlds. Vortex, Orbs, and crossover audio-video. The silent member of our team explained. By Euthrania Sentana-Ries-Cortez. Also known as Rania. Good day toward all those beings whom, as elated as you may be with the mysteries of this earth, sky, and phenomenon of your present life journey, and what ye once term as the afterlife, may also find this our other work most interesting, and offer up to ourselves your suggestions. This is just a short prelude, and its purpose is to acquaint each one of you with the third member of our team. However, in this particular work we do together, Jamie and I work as in our oneness as a team of two. Strictly speaking, Jamie Sentana-Ries-Cortez's uniqueness stems from his early childhood in being surrounded by orbs and the stunning manifestation of vortex doors, though none of these were captured on film before his 17th birthday in 1972. The name Jamie is a variation of the Spanish name Jaime, of which Jaime, for a reason you will soon learn, that later in his life, prefers. While Jamie's uniqueness enveloped him around the clock, we partnered in ensembling what we both did together, and that included my most normal association with those whom ye once call your dead. I, on the other hand, do see your dead, and they are, I can assure you, quite alive, except that their soul body, being an exact replica of the physical body which they had left, calculates itself in a faster molecular atomic fashion, and for that simple reason most of you cannot see them. Unfortunately, I cannot tell the difference between who is what you call the dead, and those of you who walk this earth in your physical more dense casings, or bodies as you call them, as being the living. I do not use crystal balls, nor cards, nor any other strange apparatus nor vehicle of channel. I converse with the deceased as I would with any of you. No mystery at all, any hour of the day or night. So we, Jamie and I, take down our conversation with them, and with their permission present it to the public in exchange for crossing the deceased over. At the present hour, though, we have been very busy, for we have embarked upon a new project. This project is one of major significance, for we are working diligently upon creating a fluid vacuum vortex, whereby the sum total of what we are, in DNA-Helix composition, equates itself into a solution, so to speak, where we may be transported easily from one location to the next. So without further ado, so to speak, allow me to introduce you to the rather silent one of our team, for his work together with myself is one of great stimulation and intrigue, and of course, between the two of us an extreme love which extend far past the reaches of the understood. For our part, we both prefer to remain out of the public eye, and in the background, but as our work is becoming known, I wish to set the record straight, and of this we have given just a little preview of that which we work upon together also at this hour, in our and yours, the people's, life journey. We appreciate your ear and mind toward that of which we now wish for you to examine. But, our dear ones, first, the inclusion of a most useful message I wanted to share with you, the peoples, as related to me by my Jamie, upon my questioning him in his earlier efforts on visualization and memorization, and included are his comments on telepathy. Dialogue given by Euthrania Sentana-Ries-Cortez. Following words given by Jamie Sentana-Ries-Cortez. Many years ago, I read and mastered a memory technique on how to, memorize lists and data using the link and the peg systems, among other mnemonic devices. I tried them on English sentence structures and was able to memorize the whole book. But that is not the point of all this. The techniques require using imagination and visualization. During the process of visualization, wherein each data or information I pegged on, or associated with, a number which I already knew and still know, difficult to explain, my imagination was exercised to the limit, which was actually boring in the end, whereupon, I started to see or foresee names of people and places. In other words, I had the streak of clairvoyance. For example, at random, before I prepared to leave for work in the morning, something would register on my head, an image with a name on it which I never had known before. Behold, I would get surprised to see that place with a name in the succeeding days. And that happened not only once but many times after that. I don't remember them now in detail, for those were about 17 years ago at the time when I wanted to swallow the dictionary among other things. Anyway, the crux of the matter, love, is that when I use imagination and visualization to maximum limit, the area of the brain lying dormant for so long, the third eye, will be awakened. And I noticed that when I stopped the exercise, it hibernated again. Mind you, I wasn't meditating at that time, and I just happened to unlock the key to our normal functioning of the brain, which we lost when guttural sounds of languages took over mental communication or telepathy. Therefore, what happened since verbal communication by some strange means became the channel to communicate with each other, our natural and normal third eye, or the sixth sense, was relegated to the dustbin of our ancient heritage. Oh well, it's no wonder people nowadays don't know how to send telepathic messages anymore. End quote. In Jamie's earlier efforts, he was able to learn 2 dialects and 4 languages. Tagalog, English, Spanish and Japanese, though of the latter 2 languages his fluency did not remain, as he used them in later years, seldom. Jamie taught himself instrumental guitar and classical piano, of which his genius shines through. It was never enough for Jamie to learn either linguistics nor instruments without placing in both a quality of par excellence. When Jamie graduated from university, he landed himself a well-paying job and in addition did ghost writing in English for his boss, later being overwhelmingly elected into an additional position he would rather not have taken, and that, added to all his other work and managing his office staff, saw him as union president, where almost 10 long years were spent in court fighting for the rights of the 600 workforce to just gain a bag of rice and health benefits. Jamie and his 25 union members fought for the entire workforce, which saw Jamie single-handedly taking the case to court. The union won the case, which was to only later be overturned by the government. When his years in the workplace had come to a close, Jamie went into seclusion at 47 years of age. In the Philippines, 35 years of age is the normal retirement given, for no job placement usually lasts past that. Our Vortex project. A range of photos have been selected from our files and from the Vortex project we are both at this hour working most diligently upon. What did we use for the photo pictures in the year 2015 to the month of December in the year 2016? We do not know the model of the earlier cameras used for the earlier pictures. However, a good portion of the picture photos are shot by the camera model, Steady Shot DSCW610, 14.1, while other photos, as you can see, are Skype photography, while Jamie and I were sitting at the keyboards facing one another over what you would call a distance. First photo. Jamie, 17 years of age, standing against the wall on the left side of the Vortex. Photo 1972, Philippines. Second photo. Jaime, sitting third from the left, had no recollection of himself as Jamie, coming through the Vortex from the future, who is seen hovering over his best friend Eddie. Jamie, now traditionally seen, wearing the white t-shirt and occasionally the blue. 6 months later, his friend passed away. In later years, Jaime had passed away and a walk-in came due to extremely stressful situations. This was Jaime in his future, in the now, his own progressed soul. Third photo. 2003. Philippines. Photograph taken during vacation spots. Taken in Baclayan Church, also in Bohol, the oldest church in the Philippines since the Spanish times. Okay, now you'll see me posing for the camera before the photographer saw how I lost my composure. The fact of the matter is, there was a band of white light there at the upper right-hand corner of the picture. I cannot explain those anomalies in the photographs away. Words given by Jamie Sentana-Ries-Cortez. 4th to 7th photo. You will notice that the 4th to 7th picture photos also show the white light where there was no light, and the days mostly gloomy outside, and even where there was sunlight, that sunlight did not emit through the windows due to the non-see-through glass which is prevalent in the Philippines. Now, notice on photos 5, 6, and 7, the white light describes itself in likeness as the end of the Tiber bone-looking light. Later on in picture photo 8, the light reversed to the other side of my Jamie, and we have many photos taken on Skype whilst I am in Canada, which have not only the Tiber bone light on the other side, but also along with it is a purple-violet light, which in the adjoining photos, of which we have many also, that the vortex of this milky light envelopes my Jamie whenever he and I appear on Skype, extending into our home here. And we have photographic proof of this as well, which we shall also present. Photo 8 and 9. You will now notice on both occasions that the moving energy around my Jamie emits from the white light. When Jamie leaves his chair, the white light begins to decrease or pull back. On a few occasions when the white light is not seen, one is able to still see the manifestation of the purple lilac which still envelops Jamie, as he is found to be sitting directly inside of the vortex which we are creating. This was taken in the year 2016, late December. As we work together on our DNA, our age is receding. Jamie is now 61 years of age. Photo 10. My photo in my speaking to my Jamie over Skype shows that I also am sitting in the vortex which we are both creating. We shall however not go into any details of our work herein, but are stringing the fibers of the vortex together in a fluid format which will serve our bodies in their formulated DNA molecular atomic fluid, with both the soul body and physical body working on a positron level of the same molecular fluid activity. That is all we shall mention of that. Photo 10 was taken in the year 2016, late December. In my natural state I am only 65 years of age. However, in preparing our DNA my profile looks somewhat younger because the age factor in all categories is being rejuvenated. Photos 11 to 16. Here is shown our major work on the vortex. You can see that the vortex is a milky white, the same as the white light or Tibra bone light as we call it. Whether it is the same light as emanated all those years ago when my Jamie was vacationing and had his photo taken in the church in Bohol by his best friend who passed on 6 months after Jamie was seen hovering over him, not noticed by anyone at that hour, we cannot be certain. But what is certain is that the vortex is coming into sequence, and only soon need knitted together. In the last photo of the vortex, the second kitchen in our house in the Philippines is completely immersed in the distinguished vortex with 2 white lights which are non-reflective from any place within the kitchen. This picture was passed over to me from my Jamie, still in the Philippines in this year of 2016, late December. Coinciding with the picture is the view outside, and of that the fluid vortex shows a scattering of high-volume pixels, which in actuality are close to the lens though they look far away. Photos 17 and 18. A large photo of one my Jamie's chairs he sits into Skype. You are able to see the glow of the vortex in purple lilac, of which vibrations are constantly moving behind and in front of Jamie. Next is a photo of my Jamie with a crossover's arm. As one can see, it looks like an X-ray. This is because the molecular atomic differential and frequency factor varies when the soul body leaves the physical casing, or what you call the physical temporal body. We shall speak further of this as we continue. Photo 19. Jamie's shirt illuminated by the white light as he holds onto the arm of his chair. Photos 20 to 22. The remaining photos are of my Jamie and myself, Euthraenia Sentana-Ries, now with Cortez added onto my last name, with Jamie having taken on my last name, as we consider ourselves what we call unionized, and because of it are we unionized of the highest levels of universal principle. Therein so have I gone back in the records, as you will know, and added my name Cortez to it, for it was meant to be so as recorded over 224 years in the future. And we are recognized as such by the higher levels, of which you upon this earthen plane call marriage. Apart from our work with Rennie Sentana-Ries in the Federation of Free Planets, Jamie and I work when we have the necessary hours to do so, on what we call the crossover files, which are files in which your presumed deceased come to us either themselves, or through an Akashic guide who brings certain ones to our attention now and again, to inquire if we would like to take their case, so to speak. We have 25 cases in dialogue, unlike any other recorded record put in print, with the deceased entire descriptions of how they got to the place where they are before the final journey with the guide, and what really happened next. We had 24 files. We now have only 19. Somebody has again deleted from our files 5 files.
Honeycomb, honeycomb. Well, it's a darn good life, and it's kind of funny how the Lord made the bee, and the bee made the honey, and the honeybee looking for a home. And they called it a honeycomb, and they roamed the world, and they gathered all of the honeycomb in the one sweet fall, and the honeycomb from a million trips made my baby's lips. So honeycomb, oh, won't you be my baby? Well, the honeycomb be my own. Got a hank of hair and a piece of bone that made a walking, talking honeycomb. Well, honeycomb, oh, won't you be my baby? Well, the honeycomb be my own. What a darn good life when you got a wife like a honeycomb. Honeycomb. And the Lord said, now that I made a bee, I'm gonna look all around for a green, green tree. And he made a little tree, and I guess you heard what then? Well, he made a little bird, and they waited all around until the end of spring, getting every note that the birdies sing, and they put them all in the one sweet tone. For my honeycomb, oh honeycomb, oh, won't you be my baby? Well, the honeycomb be my own. Got a hank of hair and a piece of bone that made a walking, talking honeycomb. Well, the honeycomb, oh, won't you be my baby? Well, the honeycomb be my own. What a darn good life when you got a wife like a honeycomb. Honeycomb. And the Lord said, now that I made a bird, I'm gonna look all around for a little old word that sounds about sweet like a turtle dove. And I guess I'm gonna call it love. And he roamed the world looking everywhere, getting love from here, love from there, and he put it all in a little old part of my baby's heart. Oh honeycomb, oh, won't you be my baby? Well, the honeycomb be my own. Got a hank of hair and a piece of bone that made a walking, talking honeycomb. Well, honeycomb.